Will today be the day that we finally find that 1950D nickel? Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. We have another 2-box nickel hunt in our quest to find that 1950D key date Jefferson nickel before the 167th box for the Series 2 album. For those of you following along, that has been the mission all along, to beat the 167 boxes it took us to complete the first Jefferson album. And right now, we have hunted 126 boxes so far for the Series 2 book, and we've been stuck at that 1950D nickel. I've got 2 boxes in front of me. One's my final Amarillo National Bank nickel box, and then I have a local box. I'll tell you right now, I popped the top of this box, and nothing looks that exciting, which is why I've held off on hunting it for so long. But now it's time to find out to see if there's something good in it. I'm also going to tell you in advance that I popped the top of this box, and it looks like a nice circulated nickel box as well. So we could have a 2-box hunt that's good, or, like sometimes coin roll hunting is, we could have some duds. I've also been on a nice buffalo streak lately, finding buffalo nickels in my boxes. So I'll be looking for those, any silver nickels, any upgrades or additions for the book. And of course, we're missing 5 nickels for the Series 3 side finds book. They're the tougher dates. We're looking for those as well. Now I'll give you guys a look at the books at the end when I compare the hunt finds to the books to see if we have any upgrades or additions. But for right now, we're going to get right after it. I'm going to start cracking rolls in this first Amarillo National Bank box. And as soon as I have a find, I'll bring you guys back in. And fingers crossed, we get some goodies. Roll number 6 will give us our first 40s Jefferson nickel of the hunt. And it's going to be a 1948 Philadelphia. Roll number 13. We've got a 1940 San Francisco Jefferson nickel in decent shape. Same roll. Another 1940 Jefferson nickel, this time from Philadelphia. Roll number 18 of box number 1. I literally just opened the roll and flattened them out, and look what splashed out in the back. That is a V nickel. And it's going to be a common year because it's in the 1900s. But I will take a 1903 Liberty Head V nickel in the box. Unbelievable. I don't see them very often, and when I do, they're exciting to find. We'll definitely take that and add it to the board, and we're still early in this box. Still in the same roll, and I took another peek, and that looks like it might be a war nickel back here, and I missed it because the V nickel threw me off right away, and it is. It's a Denver minted silver war nickel. Hopefully it's the 43D. It's not the 43D, but it's a 44D, and I'll take that. That's 35% silver. We had a silver nickel and a V nickel in the same roll. Still the same roll, and the third coin in had an old back, and it had an S mint mark. Flipped it around. 1941 San Francisco. 3 finds. Still part of the roll left. Roll number 22. Jefferson nickel from 1940. Philadelphia. I'll point out we recently just nabbed ourselves a pretty slick, but 1952 Denver, slightly better date. It does have damage though. We're on roll number 31, and I believe we have our second war nickel right there. Let's pull it out together and confirm it. And it is Philadelphia minted. And I think that's a 43. It does have some gunk on it though. Yeah, that's going to be a 1943. You can just see that 3 peeking out, and I can't see if it has a double die. And it doesn't look like the 3/2 overdate. But either way, our second silver war nickel of the hunt to go along with the V nickel. Roll number 32. We're going to add another 1941 nickel to the board from Denver. Roll number 35. Yet another nickel from 1940. San Francisco with damage. Roll number 39. Another nickel from 1940. Also from Philadelphia. Roll number 40. Another nickel from 1941. Philly. Well, we finished that first nickel box, and it was a dandy. We actually have 24 finds on the board, and you know I like 20 to 25. A lot of common date stuff, but with 2 silver nickels, a Liberty Head V nickel, and we also got a Canadian nickel, I'm not mad at that hunt whatsoever. Definitely a good first box. We have one more chance to continue the buffalo streak and one more chance for this hunt to find that 50D. Let me clear away all the discards, slide that box over, and I'll begin the hunt. And as soon as I have a find in it, I'll bring you guys back in. Roll number 5 of box 2 is going to give us our earliest Jefferson nickel yet. A 1938. And this has good detail. Will it have a D or an S mint mark? And it doesn't. Wow. I thought for sure we might have had a key date here, but I'll take it. 1938 is still a lower mintage. It's a nice nickel, could be an upgrader. We'll add it to the board, and while I have you here, we also found in the last roll a lower mintage 1959 Philadelphia in decent shape. So pretty good start to box number 2 after a great first box. Roll number 8 of box number 2 is going to give us another nickel from 1940. And it's another 1940 San Francisco. Roll number 9, our second nickel from 1948. And this time it's from Denver. We're on roll 65 of the 100 roll hunt, and we have another older Jefferson find. Pretty nice 1939. Will there be a mint mark on the back of this one for a key date? And there's not. We'll still quickly check it to make sure. No mint mark. Do we have a DDR? We do not. And I don't see the Henning notch, but I'll weigh it up. 1939 Jefferson nickel. 35 rolls left. Roll number 76 of the hunt. Another 1941 Jefferson nickel from San Francisco. Roll number 81. You guessed it. For finding nickels in the 40s, it's basically 1940 and 1941. And that one's from Philadelphia. Roll number 87 of the hunt will give us the trifecta. Just flatten it out, and we've got a 1936. It looks like Buffalo nickel peeking out. Definitely a 1936. And I think there might be a mint mark on this one. No, it's just a play on light. 1936, Philadelphia, heavily circulated, but we have found silver, a V nickel, and a Buffalo nickel. That's the trifecta. 13 rolls left, plus this one. Just grabbed roll number 98 out of the box, flipped it around, looked like an old ender, and it looks like it will be a 1946 something. First one from that year in the 98th roll. Let's see what mint it's from. The 1946 Jefferson nickel ender is from Denver. Well, that's going to conclude the 2-box hunt, and unfortunately, as you guys know, we didn't find the 50D. It continues to be extremely elusive for me, but we still have boxes to hunt before we hit 167 boxes for the Series 2 book, and I'm not going to give up, and as long as I can find goodies while looking for it, we'll take it. We have 42 finds on the board, which means the second box only had 18 finds, so slightly under what I like. It wasn't a great box, but it did give us the trifecta with the Buffalo nickel. The finds of the hunt are going to be the Canadian nickel, the 1938 Philly, 39 Philly, lower minted 52D, lower minted 1959P. We got 2 silver war nickels, a 43P in pretty rough shape, and a 44D. And then we got the Buffalo nickel, 1936 Philly, and of course the V nickel, 1903. We'll definitely take the finds from this hunt. Now let me compare all the finds to the albums to see if we have any upgrades or additions. I don't think we do, but we got to check just in case. I'll be back with a look at the books and some final thoughts on the hunt in just a second. Well, we've compared the finds to both albums, and despite the sheer number of finds and some slightly lower mintages, we're unable to upgrade or add to either of the books. That's how it goes sometimes. I just couldn't make a case to take any nickel out and upgrade it with what we found today, and it still prevents us from inching closer to completing one of these books. Now, after 128 boxes searched for the Series 2 album, still missing that 50D. After 63 boxes searched for the Series 3 book, still missing those 5 tough date nickels. We have 39 boxes left until we're going to close out the Series 2 books unless we can find the 50D before then and beat our record. Hopefully you guys had fun with this 2-box hunt. I know I did. We got the trifecta, getting a Buffalo, a couple of Silver War nickels for the jar, and a Liberty Head V nickel. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Silver's been tough to come by this year, but at least we got a couple of silver coins for the silver jar.